Okay, well, today is my week 44 since I got my gastric bypass. My started weight was 337 pounds. I am currently at 219 pounds. I'm wearing size 14 bottoms, a large, extra large, I'm sorry, large or extra large on the tops, but mainly I'm kind of falling into more the large and mediums, or size anywhere from 10 to 14, just depending on the sizes. Um, just a couple of things that I have here that I'll talk about. First of all, I've noticed that for the last 2 months, I really haven't moved on my weight loss, so it's a little scary. Um, I've noticed that just as an example, I can do a junior burger, and I'm eating most of it now, which before I couldn't even eat maybe half of that burger. Um, there's days that I will go and I'll do like really heavy eating, more than the cup, maybe a cup to a cup and a half, and it gets a little scary. 3 or 4 days of that, and I notice that it's basically when I'm closer to my period. Um, which I read someone, another subscriber was saying about PMSing, that period of PMSing where you just go into this like eating frenzy and then you go back to your normal. And I do that a lot. I notice that I've been doing it during that time. Um, and then right before it and then right after. So basically it's like 3 weeks of this crazy eating. And then I'll go into just picking my food. Once again, I'll go into that like real light eating, and then I don't want anything anymore for the rest of the day. Um, I do want to say that at week 44, I am now able to drink like I normally would drink a drink. I don't have to worry about taking small sips. Um, it doesn't bother me, it doesn't irritate me, it doesn't do any of that. So as you can see, I always have a huge, this is 32 ounces. I go through at least 4 of these, and this is really bad, but it's the only way that I will stay hydrated. And I am drinking what they call sweet tea here, but mine is actually a lot of it is unsweet, and it just has like a little splash of Splenda, just so that way I can take away that tart taste from the tea. So I drink a lot of this. Um, I'm staying fully away from anything that's fizzy. That includes sodas, mineral water, anything. If it has a fizz to it, not touching it. So I'm kind of scared of the whole gas thing on the stomach, because I noticed that I've been something that wasn't happening before. I'm getting very gassy, um, and so I kind of stay away from anything that's a fizzy for a drink. No, I have not exercised. I lost my trainer, so I've been staying away from the exercising, and I think that has a lot to do with why, for the last 2 months, I have stayed at like a standstill on my weight loss. It just started up again that I lost a couple of pounds, but normally for the last 2 weeks, like so I want to say about 6 weeks consecutively, I would move up and I wouldn't go down, but I would just stay plateaued. So it was a lot of frustration. Um, Body image. Um, my body image. Wow, that's a big one. Um, I. It's really hard to keep up with all these changes, even though for the last 2 months I've been plateaued. Um, I'm really quite not into what I can wear, what looks good, what looks bad, so on and so on. And I still have a tendency to look for a lot of the things that I was very comfortable in when I was a larger size. So I'm having a really big issue trying to go back and seeing what looks good on this new body, because there's now different issues that I need to hide, such as all that loose skin. As you can see, I have a lot of loose skin. Let me see if I do this. Look at that. That's a lot of. So this right here is all loose skin. None of it is muscle. So when you extend it, you see, so I'm still used to keeping these type of shirts that are going to hide this. This right here, I've talked about it before. It's not that bad unless I do this. But normally, in a way, it doesn't bother me. Another thing, I used to hate these. These are size 16. They used to go around. I couldn't get this around my neck. Now, look, I have it extended and it feels just fine. I don't have that choking anymore. Um, I did lose a lot of my hair, which was so dramatic to me. Losing my hair was very, very ugly. I used to have very long hair. Now it's very fine. I try keeping it back most of the time when I'm at work and so on. Yeah, because when I straighten it, it's just like strands. So I'm thinking actually about getting some fillers to try to, extend my hair later on throughout the year. Um, but as my body image, I'm not quite comfortable. I still don't see this new person that has evolved. Um, and that when it's concluded in my daily life, um, I'm still afraid of getting into a car seat and not being able to buckle my buckle, or just thinking that I'm that person anymore. So I stay a lot away from things that I still wouldn't do. I'm still kind of afraid not to do them because I'm not quite sure that I can. And then I realized, wow, I'm not that person anymore. So I can fit into a lot of these rides at the roller coasters and things like that. Um, so it makes a big difference, but it does take that snap. You forget. It hasn't quite sinked in yet to the fact that I'm no longer that person. Uh, I'm into radio now, so I used to do radio before. Now I'm doing radio again, and a lot of people don't recognize me. They're like, "Wow, you're new in radio," and I'm like, "No, I used to do this and do that," and they're hard to see because they don't recognize the face. Um, what are the, what, I mean, there's so many other things I could talk about, but I'm going to go ahead and leave it up for next couple of weeks. I'm going to work on trying to get back on track with my exercising, so I will try to keep you updating on what the situation is regarding my weight loss when it comes to exercising versus not exercising, which is something I haven't done for 2 months. Um, there are before and after pictures of me, lots of them. So I do have a whole video on it. So if you want to look at a lot of the, as a facing as I was going through all these months of extreme changes, because I think the first couple of months, maybe the first 6 months were the ones more influential on my weight loss versus now. Um, what else? Um, yes, it's a lot of sacrifices. People think that this is the easiest thing to do, but reality is it's not the easiest thing to do. Because more than anything, more than the actual physical, is the emotional struggles that you go through, and you realize that maybe this was a bad mistake, then you think it was a good, thing to do, then you go back, was it a mistake? And it's really scary. It's a lot of tug of war within yourself. So all I can tell you right now, if you were to have asked me this question before, I probably would have hesitated and stated that maybe this was not the best thing to do. Now I can actually say this was the best thing I could have done for myself, now that I've already gone through it. So, please subscribe. We'll keep talking and I'll let you know a little bit more about what's going on. And that's pretty much it. Y'all have a great one, and remember to take care of you because nobody else will.